Met everyone except for Rebecca. Hi, I'm Courtney. I work here at the hospital.
I don't know if everybody's met Marcy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Marcy. Yeah, actually, let's just start. The first thing on the agenda is introduction. So I'll just have everyone go around, and you can kind of say who you are, what you do. Marcy.
I'm Marcy Milberg. I'm a nurse in the community wellness department, so I work with Courtney. So I've never done this before, but I'm excited to.
And her son is the fastest runner on the track.
And I don't run nearly that fast, but I'm trying to run a little bit. So yeah, so I'm excited.
I'm Jamie Blatt. I work at the YMCA as a nutritionist and a sub-instructor on occasion.
And you've done this for like 5 or 6
I started this
years?
when
Yeah, Jamie's actually the one that started
I was the one
it.
that started this at the YMCA, and it was what do we call it?
Biggest Loser.
We did it for the
Yeah.
first
Yeah,
like
couple
3
years.
years, and then we joined up with the hospital, which I thought was an amazing idea to give participants a broader like spectrum of things to get a hold of information and have access to the dietitians and the doctors, so I thought that was amazing, so that was really cool. And I took off last year because I went to school for aesthetics, and now I'm back.
Yay. We're glad you're back.
Yes, I can make you all beautiful too.
Yeah, she gives like
You
awesome
didn't wax
facials.
That's documented now.
Look how beautiful I look.
My name's Jennifer Kleckner. I'm also a community wellness nurse. My primary role here at the hospital is I'm a maternal child educator and a lactation consultant. So I spend most of my days working with moms and babies, but I've done this program before and I really enjoy it. So. Yeah.
I'm Rebecca. I work at the YMCA as a group exercise instructor, and this is my first time doing this. Kind of exciting.
I'm Carrie Hallahan. I also work at the YMCA as a Group X instructor and personal trainer. And yeah, I'm very excited. This is my first year as well, so looking forward to a good group. So.
I'm Sarah. I also work at the YMCA as a Group X instructor, and this is also my first year doing this. So.
Do you teach Zumba too?
Yeah, I teach Zumba.
That's fine.
I heard she teaches a great Zumba class, so.
Kind of falling off the
So you'll have to get in contact with Marcy to figure
I
out.
was coming for a while.
And go ahead, Sue.
And I'm Sue, and I find this the most rewarding program that I do all year. It's just, it is.
It's so fun. Too.
Yeah, the people are great. It's fun. Like everyone loses inches, weights, lowers their blood pressure. It's really good.
Well, we're glad that you're all here. So moving into logistics on your agenda. So you obviously by I can't talk. It's the end of the day. Obviously by now you know that it's every Monday evening, March 3rd through April 21st. From 5:30 to 6:30 will be the community members, so people that we just advertise to, Y members, Kish and Y employees, and just anyone in the community. And then this year it's brand new. Johnson Controls, which is a factory, approached us not that long ago about implementing a program for them. So we're having their program right after the communities, and the presenters will be the same, the topics will be the same, just the people will be different. So the Johnson Controls one will be from 6:45 to 7:45, so it'll be a little bit later in the evening, but that's okay. And about half of them won't be able to attend because of their work schedules, so that's why Sue is filming it, and then she'll get it on YouTube, and the people who can't make it from the factory will watch it at the factory on Tuesdays. So yeah, we're just kind of trying to accommodate them in that way. Questions about that?
Are they all here on Monday evenings?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, they're all in this conference center. It'll be opened up, these walls won't be here, so it'll look much different, but yeah.
Okay.
And it gets crazy when it's full of people too. So for the first night, if you could arrive by 5 p.m. just to make sure we're all set up. And we did order Coach t-shirts this year, so we'll all have the same color t-shirts so people will know who the staff are. So as soon as we get those in, I'm hoping to get them Wednesday. I'll get them to Sue and she can kind of distribute. So if you could wear your staff t-shirt at least the first night, and if you want to wear it every night after that, that would be awesome. And if not, that's okay. I understand laundry day sometimes doesn't happen as often as you want. So, yep, 5 p.m. the first night, and then after that, just by 5:30. This year, in previous years, we've had scales where the coaches weighed in their own teams. This year, because of some problems we had with scales last year, everyone's going to be weighed in on the same scale.
People are so like, I was, half a pound.
It was, yeah.
We're
So-
going to have one scale.
We are going to have one scale. I'm actually going to talk about Know Your Numbers. So they'll attend a Know Your Numbers appointment either this Thursday or this Saturday, and they'll step on the same scale they will on every Monday night. So we have those appointments made, and they'll get their initial weigh-in that day. So you won't have to worry about weighing anyone in that first Monday night. And then in that back hallway where they enter, we'll have a table set up every Monday night, and our intern is going to have the scale there and a table, and she'll be able to just take people's weights real quick, get them their weights, and get them in. So hopefully it'll be a little bit more streamlined, and everyone will be weighing in on the same very accurate scale. So it'll be a little
Very
more
expensive scale.
ridiculously expensive scale, but it's well worth it because we do so much with the weight loss program. So that's how the weigh-ins will work. They can choose. They don't have to weigh in every Monday night. They can choose if they want to. They do have to weigh in April 21st, the last night, to get their final weigh-in.
Some people like to be sneaky and not do it because then we post them at the Y. They're all given a number, and so number 1 through 100, and then I will post them so people can see where they are. But some people will not get weighed, so they can sneak under the radar, win
Yeah.
at the end.
And usually, like the Monday after Easter, no one wants to get away either.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But last
I would
year,
encourage them to, though, because it does kind of, it's in your face. I mean, that's
It's
why
the
Weight
ebb and flow
Watchers
of Weight Watch, yeah.
Watchers works, because you have that
Your
accountability
number.
of
So, next line is Know Your Numbers. So as I said, they'll have a pre-Know Your Numbers either this Thursday or this Saturday. So they'll be coming to Community Wellness, which is like right across the way. And they will get a blood draw. So with the blood draw, they'll get their fasting glucose and their lipid panel, so their HDL, LDL, total cholesterol, and triglycerides. Obviously, they won't get the results from the blood work immediately. It'll come in the mail within a week. So they will have it to bring back with them on March 10th.
Can we get our blood type there too?
We don't do blood typing as part of that program. Yeah, sorry. Good question. So they'll get all of that. They'll also get their blood pressure, their initial weigh-in, their BMI, all that good stuff. And then we will hand out the participant folders. Once we have the teams completed, we're still waiting on information from Johnson Controls. There will be like a label here, and it'll say their name, their identification number that Sue mentioned, their team color. I think that's it. And then they'll have all their information, and we'll take a look at these in just a minute. So they'll get this when they come for their appointment. And as we go through the program, really encourage them to come back after. In May, we'll have post-tests where they can come back for free and get that blood draw and take all their measurements again to see, hey, maybe I didn't lose as much weight as I wanted, but did I improve my HDL or, whatever it may be. So it's just another way to monitor and another way for us to collect data to make the program more valid. So it's kind of a nice incentive. So keep, as we move on in the weeks, just mention that to your teams. All right, so Monday night weigh-in, I already told you about that. Participant folders. So I'm gonna take these back, but I wanted to give them to you guys to look through tonight. So this is what they'll get when they come to Know Your Numbers. It has all of the rules and program information in it, so we'll encourage them to go home and look through everything. So
Everybody pull out the purple sheet with the class schedule, because I changed it over the weekend, sorry. And I'll just give you some more different ones. So pull them out now so I don't forget.
I actually have like 100 more of these in the office that I kind of don't want to go through. Well, I guess I could as I hand them out. I'll just take it out.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
we added
that's okay.
something.
Okay,
Let's switch
so
something else.
I guess take out the purple sheets. So we'll give them the current group fitness schedule on the first night. We'll just have them pick it up as they come in then. The most important is on the right, the top, the rules. So we want to make sure that they see this, and we'll draw their attention to it the first night. I just wanted to let you guys know, for those of you who are returning and those of you who are new, we are doing the 3 points a week again. So they earn 1 point just for showing up on Monday evening, and the coaches will keep track of attendance, so we make sure we know who that is. They'll receive 1 point for turning in their weekly diet log, so whether that's on MyFitnessPal, Weight Watchers, or the tracker that we're giving them. However they want to do that, as long as they're turning it in and you see it, they'll get a point, and then attending their group workout for the week, they'll get a point for that too. If for some reason they can't attend your workout a certain week, they can attend any group workout, and I put the workout schedule underneath your agenda so you'll know what other times are available during the week, and we'll get them that the first night too, so the participants will know. And then it just talks about how the top male and female with the greatest percentage of body weight will win, and the team with the most participation points will win. So that's the rule sheet. Behind that, just an outline of the Y services. Most of you are pretty familiar with that. And then a tutorial on MyFitnessPal. One of the things last year that we got a lot of feedback on was people didn't feel comfortable using MyFitnessPal, and we did show them the first night, but I think just having something concrete in front of them helps. So I threw that in there. People can choose or choose not to use MyFitnessPal. Jamie?
I just have to add for the team leaders, there is a way that you can, with your team, you can log in, you get their password. Is that on here?
That's not on here because
Okay.
this is for community,
Are
so
you
this is
gonna go over that?
perfect. No, go for it.
So you have your whole group, you can get their password so you can follow what they're eating. And so then, like, say, at the end of the week, you can do a recap, you can, hey, on Monday, you could have got more fruits in here, or on Monday, instead of having a big beef and portillos, maybe try the chopped salad without noodles, without the pasta. Like, so you can physically look at their diet on MyFitnessPal instead of seeing it on paper. And it's a very effective tool, because they know people are watching them and they're accountable.
That's great, yeah.
And like at the end of the day,
print it out or
yeah, and at
Right.
the end of the day, like, say there's like, you just pop in on them and there's nothing written down, you can like text them or email them, or I think you can even put a note into the MyFitnessPal.
Yeah, you
Be
can
like,
like comment.
let's go.
Yeah, so just remember the scope of practice, that the information you have to give them has to be very general, but you can say, hey, look, you drank more calories, some people, you like drank more calories today than you ate, you know, because they had lots of beer at the end of the day or whatever. So, or, you know, really, did you need to stop at McDonald's? Maybe, you know, you could bring a lunch instead. So, basic stuff, but it does kind of hold them accountable. Like, did you know the sweet tea at McDonald's is like, you know,
Yeah.
more calories than their hamburgers? So,
It's just, I think that helps them stay accountable. I don't know if maybe you could give that to all the trainers on how to do that, so they're all
Absolutely,
have that tool.
yeah, I can email that out. I
Is
know
that different from
at the
sharing?
bottom of here, it's how
diary?
to allow your coach to view your diary. So like going into settings and clicking
Is it different than just viewing the diary?
Friends
Is that something
only.
different that you're talking about?
It's how allow the coach, oh, no, it's the same, right?
Yeah,
Oh, that's it? Okay.
yeah, so that's, I guess I did put it on there.
yeah.
But it's good for the coaches to know too. You'll have to be like friends with them on MyFitnessPal, so you'll have to get their usernames or give them yours and trade that information. And if anyone needs help with that, you know, let me or Sue know. I'd be happy to help you. Some people might prefer just to print it out and bring it in. That's fine too. But I do like Jamie's idea. It does make everyone's life easier just to have it on there. Some people brought it on their phones last year, and it was okay. I would allow it again, but I would prefer like having access to write comments.
yeah, it's hard to scroll on and read it. Yeah, you don't just make comments. So even if they give it to you on paper, I would take a highlighter, like if it, you know, if it was good, you know, they had a lot of vegetables, I'd highlight that in green, like go. And then if, you know, like they had something really horrendous, I'd highlight it in yellow and be like, you know, really, did you need to have the hamburger and the french fries?
Yeah. People loved these last year, the trackers. The only complaint was that they're really small to write in. They're like, I can't fit all my food in here. So,
Maybe
you
that's
know,
the problem.
they are nice though because you can carry them around and
I think
remember.
the older population will like those.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. So we're just giving them to everyone this year.
I don't think it's necessary that they do it every day either. That's great if someone has time to do that every day. But, you know, I would at least do like one weekday and then one weekend day. So at least you know that.
So we're saying to
Thinking
get
about
the point, the
Yeah,
minimum
the
is 2
point.
days,
I
2
always want to
full
see,
days, though.
yeah, something.
It doesn't help if they track breakfast every day and you can't see the rest of it.
Yeah, no.
I've had people do
Good
that
trick.
before. It's like, wait.
So they can pretty much just turn in it like however they want.
Yeah, if they want to
either-
scribble
okay.
it down on paper. I have people who turned in pictures of their meals.
Okay.
Get napkins.
Yeah, whatever's gonna work for them. We just really want them to be writing down their food. If it's obvious that they're scribbling it down 5 minutes before the program starts just to get the point, I would say something and maybe not give them the point for the week. But however they want to track it, if they're legitimately tracking, we're fine with. So on the left side, this is what they'll get, and we'll write their initial numbers down when they come in for their biometric screening at Know Your Numbers. So they'll get their participant number, and then we'll write down everything except for where you see optional measurements, because Johnson Controls will not get that. Every community member will. So they'll have to fill this in when it comes in the mail in about a week. So. And then this is where we'll track their weekly weight, so they need to keep this in their folder and bring back their folder every single week. So this will be just in front of them and they can see where they are week to week. We'll see how it goes with people remembering their folders every week.
What happens if they lose it?
Well, we can have replacements of these, they just won't get a whole new folder.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we'll just be,
And we have their beginning weight, so you can just put that.
yep. And from Know Your Numbers will be really clear that we want them, that this is something they need to bring back every week. And so hopefully, I know there's going to be at least 1 or 2, but we'll see.
But we have a roster as well, so it's got the
Yeah,
weights
we'll have
each
it all
week,
saved
so.
electronically, all the data and stuff, so.
Are they responsible for recording their weekly weight at the weigh-in then, for writing
No,
it down?
our
or-
intern who's running the weight station,
So
she'll
she'll
just
write
like
it
take
on-
this paper from them
and
and
write
write it
it
down.
on
And
each- okay.
I'll give her extra paper, so if they don't have the paper, she can just write it down and they
Okay.
could either transfer it when they get home, or if they don't have it anymore, they'll just start a new one.
But you electronically, you'll have all of this information.
Yeah, we'll
somewhere.
have it in an
Like,
Excel.
all this stuff
Mhm.
too.
Right.
Yeah,
So
we'll
she'll
have-
record it on the
Okay.
roster
Yeah.
as well, right?
Exactly. So the intern will also record it on our end, so then they'll have it, we'll have it, and then when she comes back to the office, our intern has a lot of work to do, she'll enter it all into an Excel. So, yeah. So that's that, and then here, they get their Y scanner card. They have the health screening form, so
So if I could just interject,
Yeah,
if they're not a Y member, they get this. They scan it in and it actually comes up and says Healthy Teen Challenge. So they need to remember to bring this. If they lose it, we do have extras. And if they're a Y member, they can just use their Y card.
the health screen form at Know Your Numbers will tell them to complete this before they show up on the first night, and is it if they have more than 3? Is that what you usually do, Sue?
Yeah, and it kind of depends, what the problem is. If you have a question, ask Courtney or I, because sometimes we do ask them to get a medical release. We don't ask everyone because that's just such a turnoff for
I
people. Then they
had a
don't wanna
couple
do it,
people last
so.
year that were older and they had quite a few medical conditions.
Yeah.
So it's your job to decide if they need to make that happen, and I will email you guys, let me write myself a note, the medical clearance form, so if they do need to.
Like, do you have diabetes? Probably they all do. So, that wouldn't be a big red flag to me. But, have you had a heart attack? That's a big red flag.
Right.
Or very high blood
Right.
pressure that is not controlled.
And if someone turns it in and you're not sure, you can ask us, and then we'll say yes or no. They need to fill out a medical clearance form, and we'll have medical clearance forms available if you need them.
And do make sure you get an emergency contact. Let's say the person passes out. We want to know who to call because that's happened before. That who are we going to call if they're not a member? We don't have all their family information. You need at least a name and telephone of somebody.
And then the next page is a program waiver for the Y. They'll be instructed to fill this out and bring it back the first evening, so you'll be collecting these. And the last, they have lots of fun paperwork, consent for exercise participation, so they'll just fill this out and complete it, and they should bring this with them that Monday too. So they'll bring you 3 things on Monday, the first night. Questions about that?
So, and we do have the medical clearance form, so if you feel like someone needs one, we'll get you the form. And generally, you know, the doctor usually just faxes it back, so it's not always that big of a deal for them. A lot of times they don't even have to go in and see the doctor, but just so we have an okay.
Okay, so if you don't have any questions, I'll just collect the folders. All right, so we
Okay, did you say that you were gonna put the workout times in here?
I didn't have them because of the Johnson control thing, so I will make copies and bring the first night.
Because
So
Jamie asked me to switch.
Oh,
So I don't know if you were
Yeah.
gonna put the coaches' names with the workout times or not.
I can actually.
I don't think
I
it
have
needs
to.
to,
No. So
No,
what?
the times are the
We'll
same.
get the new ones of these, and then the new
And I
workout
apologize for
schedules.
that. We had
and
people
have 'em out.
complain, I changed something, I changed it back.
All right. So.
Courtney, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
I want to make sure it's not coming up here. So I want to be a participant too, but still be a coach.
Okay.
So if I pay to register, can that happen?
We were really strict on the deadline this year, because with Know Your Numbers, we have to submit information to the lab here to get permission to do your blood work and everything, like at least a week ahead of time.
Okay.
So that's already been submitted.
So no.
The Y does have a team, and none of us did the Know Your Numbers because we had all just done it.
So maybe that would be an option.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll just I'm going to tell my team that I'm participating too and record my weight and share that with them also.
Okay.
So as long as you're, I mean, I don't need
Yeah.
to win, I don't care about any of that, but I just want them to know that I'm in
Okay.
the fight too.
Well, do you want to talk to Sue, like if you
Yeah.
want to be on the Y team? That
Yeah.
would be an option too. I didn't
that
think
right?
about that. All right.
The white team will not win. They're terrible. We'll see how many people show up Monday night.
Aw.
It's like mostly all the directors, so you guys really got to give them a hard time if they don't come.
We will. Okay, so the first night agenda, basically, since we don't have to do any measurements, it'll go pretty quick and much more smoothly. You guys have a lot less to do this year than in previous years. So they'll come in, we'll have the table set up, color coded, they'll have their colored t-shirts, you'll have your staff t-shirt. They'll go to the team table and they'll sit down. Once we get everyone in and everything, we'll start and we'll just kind of go over rules, logistics, you know, all that background stuff, and then
Yeah.
we'll have our weight loss.
Yeah. As soon as people start to come in, start to introduce them to each other, and you, of course, so, because you want them to be a unit that works together, because the peer pressure thing works pretty good. Like, don't miss your workout or we won't get the points. So the, top male and female win a whole year membership, but the team that just gets the most points, it doesn't matter if they lose any weight at all, with the 3-month membership, so. This is an incentive to come, so you really want them to, and plus then they'll work out, other times. They'll find friends on the team that, they can go for a walk with or whatever, so the team thing has worked really well.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. So then we'll have our weight loss panel after we go through rules and you guys get to know your team and stuff. We have 4 people on the panel
Carrie's
this year.
gonna talk.
Yay!
Yes, I am.
Carrie and Grant.
Grant and Jackie, who have won in the past, and then Sharon.
Yep.
Just a random person, basically.
So, yeah, we'll have that and take any questions. This year, we're trying to keep the presentations to like 40 to 45 minutes so we can get everyone out from the program, the first program, and get Johnson Controls in. So there won't be as much like discussion time with teams, which is, I guess you'll have to send more emails or something if the participants have questions, but we just really need to be mindful of time, and the presenters all know that too, so they'll cap it at 40 to 45 minutes.
But you can step out in the hallway and talk to someone if
Right.
you feel like they need some extra
Right.
motivation or help. And the first night, ask them how they want to be contacted. Most of my team wanted to be emailed, but then I had a few people that, if they don't have email, they'll call me. So, because your job basically is to be their nag for the next 8 weeks. Motivate them, get them to come, hey, tomorrow we're going to do cycling, you really need to come. Try to make the meeting because we're going to talk about emotional eating. So.
So I just put down team time on Mondays. I just said that there's not going to be as much discussion time. We talked about the diet logs already. And like I said, the coaches will take attendance. So you'll take attendance both on Monday night and during the group workout. There's 3 people who are paired, Jen, Marcy, and myself. So you'll just have to communicate with your co-coach as far as attendance for the workouts. And I put KISH employees in parentheses because KISH employees get an incentive to do the program through our insurance. So if we attend 80% of the sessions, we get like so many vitality points on our insurance. So it's really important. I'll highlight on your roster any KISH employees, so you'll have that information, but you'll just want to make sure that you keep really close tabs on them specifically.
And they can turn their diet log in Monday night or at the workout. I think that matters too much.
So, yeah. And I'll give you that information if you have an employee on your team. And the Facebook page, I'm still going to keep it going. I'm going to tell people about it. It's really not been successful in the past years.
It was fun last year.
Yeah,
there were some funny things on there.
Yeah. We'll try to promote it. Twitter?
What about Twitter?
I've never gotten on Twitter.
I
Do you
just
think
know
it
a
would
lot-
be?
Yeah, I just know a lot of people are done with Facebook and do Twitter.
Okay.
That's,
Well, that's something we can definitely think about for like next year.
because it's nice because it just pops up.
Right.
And then you get it. It's like you don't have to get on Facebook and look through all your stuff.
Right.
It just comes on your feed automatically.
Okay.
And it's easy to copy and paste, like if you get quotes and stuff.
That would be good.
And it's like a sentence.
Okay. I'll look into that for next year. I've never been on Twitter. Group workouts. So Monday nights, Johnson Controls will be separated from the community, but at your group workouts, they're all going to be together. So it'll essentially be, some of you will have basically 2 different teams working out together. You just want them to feel as cohesive and bonded as possible, so, you know, be really aware of that. And
I did make a schedule of the rooms and spaces, and unfortunately, there's not a lot of room or space. Most of you will probably end up being in the sports center.
Yeah. That's how Andrew did it last year, I remember.
You're welcome.
You can see if the space happens to be open or you want to do something with them. And what we like them to do is a variety of things. So I think just go around with the first night, maybe kind of loop them through the wellness center. That will scare a lot of them. And then I do the first workout in the circuit training room. So you can just quickly go over those machines at least. So then the next day, or the day after, if they want to come and do a little workout, they'll at least kind of know how they work. And I usually just do a circuit in there where they, 30, 45 seconds on the machine, come in the middle, do some aerobics, squats or lunges or something, and go back and forth. So they get a kind of a good all-around workout the first day, plus they learn how to some of the equipment. I also encourage them to sign up for training. Those are all free too. They can sign up for training at the front desk to learn how all the machines work in the wellness center. You guys don't have to do that. You can do that one-on-one with Dave or Carrie or someone that's actually working back there. And they don't have to, but you can. So other than that, I think the boot camp things work really well because you have the sports center space, but you could take them in the cycling room and cycle with them. That's why you kind of look at what spaces are open and what time you have them. And if you want to do something specific, let me know. If they really want to do Pilates, you could, tell them to come to my class, or I can come in and do a class for them, or, part of the class. And just try to get them to do a variety of things, and hopefully you'll strike on something that they like to do.
That's a question I had. If we are group exercise instructors, can we say one Wednesday, can I do a group ride class for everyone, or can I do like an active class?
Yes, that's how I hurt my knee last year, doing the group ride. Yeah, because you want to do, as much as possible, and you kind of have to see at your group. Mm-hmm. Like usually the morning groups are going to be older people that, there's no way they're going to be able to do a ride class. In the evening, you tend to have younger people, and they probably would like that. So you kind of have to see your group, and that's the problem. And again, that's kind of why the sports center works good, because some people can be actually running around while other people are just walking. Come to the middle, maybe do some exercises, and then have them go around again. I've had some people just go part way and walk right back because, you know, they're really slow, and that's okay. And then when other people were actually, you know, running pretty fast around. As long as you all come back at the same spot, and then you show a variety of different ways to do the push-ups or whatever it is you're doing. So you kind of have to read your group, but generally you'll only have about 10 to 12 people, so hopefully you'll be able to find a mix of things that you can do with them. And some people you can either, I mean, Jamie's taken them to like a water exercise class.
I've tried to hit every single class that we offer at the Y so they feel comfortable going after they're done. So, like I've asked them I've even taken, like 7-year-olds into spinning and helped them get on the bike, and we've done spinning. Just because they've always wanted to, but they're intimidated. A lot of people are intimidated to go into classes. And so I've tried to get them into every single class, and I go with them to the class.
Right.
Like, I'm not instructing the class, like, I just go with them and make them get in.
Yeah.
So, and that's been really successful. Yes.
Yeah, so kind of ask them what they like to do, and then, you know, try to encourage them to, you know, if they're in really pretty good shape, hey, Carrie does group power this day, you know, why don't you go and try that? And try to get a few of them to go and commit to doing it, so.
And, because I look at it as, you know, the point of this is to get people to join the Y too. So we want them to like being there.
Is there other exercise equipment in the sports center, like free weights?
There is.
Okay,
There's a cabinet
Yeah.
of them,
okay.
and you can go down to the studio and grab more if you need, or bands, or anything like that. So
Okay.
there's
So in the
mats,
closet we have.
there's a closet of mats, and then there's a cabinet of dumbbells.
Okay.
So,
Is there a place to
What?
plug in like an
Right outside
iPad?
Dave's office. There's like a
Yes,
little cabinet
there
there
is,
with some
okay.
dumbbells.
Where do you get the key?
I might just come by
It's open.
before the first session.
It's
just
hard
get-
too, though, with
it is.
there's other people, there's lots of noise, lots of stuff going on in the sports center.
Yes.
Well, I think, okay.
So, and again, it depends on the time of day that you
I think
have.
my class I could do in the studio because it's 10 on Saturday.
Yes, you could,
So, okay.
except maybe on March 8th, we might have to
We
move
might
stuff
have to
around.
move, yeah. The big swim meet weekend, I might move my group to Barb City or something, depending on
Yeah.
what we, that's what we did
I'll let
last year,
you
and it
know,
was
and that works
awesome.
very nice.
Yeah.
Because then you'll have the whole space just yourself and your group, and you
Yeah.
can tell those 10 people, this is where we're going to meet just this one time. And then they get to see the Barb City Y too. If they live on that side of town, yeah, that would be like
Barb City, you can
easy.
use the pool benches to do workout, you can use all the aerobic equipment over there, they have treadmills, bikes, elliptical machines, free weights, everything over there. It's got
Did you
a
use that for every group last year?
It was only a couple groups that had a Saturday thing that went over there for that weekend.
When there's a
but-
big swim meet.
And there was, yeah,
Because
we
the
just, it
sports
was,
center is taken then.
And there's no place to park.
That, yeah, because I'd like to, that would be good to add in.
you can do it at the Y, it'll just be tricky with parking.
Yeah.
So I think Sue covered it really well as far as the group workouts go.
Yeah, so just ask me if you have a specific question about the specific time that you have, if you want, you know, someone to come in.
So the only other thing is I have a tentative roster. We're still, like I said, waiting for information from Johnson Controls, so I don't have the final numbers of who's going to be on your team. Once I have that information, I'll email you guys rosters of who's on your team with that information, and I'll just highlight if there's an employee so you know to kind of flag and keep an extra eye out. I can give you general numbers real quick. So Sue's Tuesday 4:30 has 15 people. Ashley and Jen, Tuesday at 7:40, you guys have 10 people. 4 of them are from the community and 6 of them are from Johnson Controls. Jamie S., who isn't here, she has 4 people, only one from the community and 3 from Johnson Controls. Carrie, you have 5 people, all from the community. Rebecca, you have 11 people, 6 from the community and 5 from Johnson Controls. Holly and I have 9. We have 1 from the community and 8 from Johnson Controls. Andrew and Marcy have 13.
Okay, and Andrew and Jamie Valette have switched.
Oh, Andrew and Jamie have switched.
13, so I have 13, what's the mix?
Well, Sue's is the max because she has
Oh, okay.
15. But you have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Jamie and Marcy, you guys have 6 from the community and 7 from Johnson Controls. So Marcy, since Jamie and Andrew switched, you'll be partnered with Jamie now.
Unless you want to say Andrew, whatever you want to do.
So that'll be Andrew. Then Andrew has 5, all from the community. Carrie, your second group has 12.
All right.
7 from the community and 5 from Johnson Controls. Sarah, you have 10, 2 from the community and 8 from Johnson Controls. And then the Y staff team currently has 11. So we're missing 15 people, so your numbers from Johnson Controls will probably go up. The Tuesday at 4:30 is just out. We're not going to add anyone from Johnson Controls to that.
So as far as to win the competition, if I have 13 and Carrie has 5, how
It's done. Charlie figured out this
so
the
it's-
statistically
okay.
valid
So it's-
formula.
okay.
It's
The
complicated, but yeah,
All right.
basically.
All right.
So it's
He has a master's in
wait,
accounting, so I trusted him. So yeah, so it'll be fair, no
Okay.
matter how many people you have on your team.
And the community members will only be competing against community members, and then Johnson Controls will just be competing against Johnson Controls employees.
But the Johnson Controls, is that figured into our total points?
No, their points will be
Completely
separate, and their weight loss will be separate. The only thing that's together with them is the group workout, just because of the workout times.
But so like I have 13, 6 community, if all my 6 community members show up for every single workout, but the Johnson Controls don't, that's not gonna affect my winner list
Right,
for the Y.
exactly.
Oh,
It's
so
all
they actually have to
separate.
keep 2 separate.
Yeah, you guys will have 1 tally for community, 1 tally for Johnson Controls.
Oh, okay.
Because they're at 2 different times, so that, they're really, I think that we should keep it separate.
And
to
we
be
need to
fair.
keep track of those points. Are you giving us a spreadsheet or anything, or we
Would you
just do
like
it?
a spreadsheet, or do you guys
I'll
want to
make,
do
I'll
it
make
on
my
your
own.
own?
I've always made my own in the past, but I'm just making sure I do it.
Okay,
the way you
yeah.
I can
you
send
guys
you the
can-
one we used last year, but.
What do the new people want to do? Do you just want to track it on your own? Do you want a spreadsheet that we've used in the past?
Track it on my own.
Yeah, we can track it, okay.
Will we, so.
I'll send you an example and then
Okay.
you can see if you want to use it or not.
On the first Monday when the team turns in all their forms, will we get like copies of their contact and emergency contact information that we can keep so like if someone passes out during my exercise
Right.
class, I know who to call and don't have to like call Sue to get the original papers and everything?
We have it in the past.
Yeah,
I
I mean, I always
emails
have,
and
usually the
phone.
first night I pass around it and I said, I know you might not have wanted to give your email to them, because some people are about that, but if you want me to contact you, if something happens at the last minute, I need to get a hold of you. So, how do you want to be contacted? And it would be really nice if I did have your email, and then also a cell phone number, and then get an emergency number. So you always have that piece of paper with you.
And if something happens, you will be at the Y, so you can contact the front desk for help, or if someone does pass out. Or if we're here at the hospital, we'll just call the ER and they'll come take care.
Yeah, hopefully it happens here. Not at the Y. Yeah, and at the Y there's always someone on duty to take care of emergencies, so you kind of stay with the victim. But it's still nice if we had a family member to call, because I know I would want someone to call my spouse if I passed out or something happened to me.
So you guys have had a lot of good questions. Any other questions?
I thought I saw in the packet that you advertise YMCA programs, and it's not considered cheating or something? Can the members do personal training if they choose to do so? They can
Yep.
sign up for that? Okay, I thought I
No,
saw it
that's
in
not
there.
cheating at all.
Well, I didn't know if it's like.
Yeah, I would
you know what
encourage
I mean?
it.
Yeah.
Well-
Even non-members could,
Well,
do
I'm trying,
personal training.
as
so.
part of the training team, we're trying to get, that's one of the areas we're trying to boost. I guess I didn't mean cheating, but it's personal training is a luxury to people, because it's an
Right.
added cost of things.
Right.
So classes usually are free with the membership, and they're free obviously for the people doing this challenge too that are non-members, right? They don't have to pay.
But they get to work out with you, and
Yeah.
some of the groups are fairly small. So, but I think if someone wants to, or do one of those pod things where
Mm-hmm.
we have a few people and do training as a small group. So.
Cool.
So but in order to get the points, they have to go to the class. They can't
You're-
get points for doing training.
Right, exactly. They won't get points for it. They get 1 point a week for attending their group's workout. If it's like 1 or 2 times, you know, they can't make your group workout, they can go to a different group workout. But we want them to really try to make it to the same workout every week. So,
But even if they came 5 days, they'd still just get 1
Yeah.
Right.
point.
Yeah. And people are paired in these groups depending on their availability for workouts?
yeah, that's
Okay.
the biggest thing. Some
Okay.
of them, it was so funny, some people requested to be with a certain person, but their
Oh.
workout availabilities were totally different. And we're like, how is
okay.
that going to happen? So it's
I
based
know,
on their
that's tough.
availability.
Okay.
So you'll get people with all physical abilities and limitations in your group, and it's just one of the challenges of the program that we just kind of have to work around and do the best that we can. So, and you guys, I'm sure, are very capable of that. So.
So let me say there's great pride and some competition between the team captains about whose team wins. I don't know how competitive y'all are, but.
All right. Well, if you guys don't have any more questions, I'll email a summary of this out to you guys tomorrow, and then once we do have the finalized information with the teams, I'll email you that and your rosters. So, and you can email us Sue and I anytime with questions. All right.